Alright folks, so we're going again. So just as was the case 5 years ago in my very first maths video of any kind, you will not see my face in this video. It is not necessary. The more important thing you need to look at are my hands, and you need to look at what I am doing here, right? Be zooming on a piece of 8.5 by 11 plain white paper, which is exactly the size that you will be using wherever you're using it for whatever purpose in terms of exam wise or whatever. Good? Right, so let us get down to this thing. So we want to start by talking about bisecting. We want to talk about bisecting a straight line. That is the earliest skill that you will need to have done when you're talking about construction. You need to bisect a line. You also need to know how to bisect an angle, which we will get to in another video. So first of all, let us start with the preparation of our tools. So you have the long ruler, absolutely and totally essential. You have the short ruler, just as handy, right? You have a pencil. Now you could use either a mechanical pencil, or you could use a regular wooden lead pencil. All right, I have two here, one in each hand, right? And then of course we have our good friend the compass, right? In a lot of questions you will see the instructions saying using a ruler and a pair of compasses only, right? So in other words, if we have to bisect a line of 8 centimeters, we're not going to measure 4 centimeters and say, well, that's half of the line, which is what some people do. You have to use the compasses, and you have to show your construction arcs and all of that, which you will see as we go along. So if we want, I'm going to draw the line with the long ruler just to underscore the point that the long ruler is almost always preferred when you're starting off to draw the thing. Alright, so we want to bisect a line. Now it is important to know that when you're drawing the line, first of all, you want to start by, if we just bisecting a line, right? I mean, we're starting, so you want to draw a light line across the paper. Good? Light line. You want to give yourself as much room as possible to work here. Good? Now, let us say, for example, that the length of our line segment is, say, let me say 8 centimeters. Good? Let me say 10 centimeters, just for the sake of, let me say 12 centimeters. Right? So let us say we want to bisect a line of length 12 centimeters. So notice I'm going to start measuring from the 1 centimeter mark here. I'm not going to start from the 0 here, because in some cases with the ruler, the 0 here is too close to the edge of the ruler to start measuring. Fortunately, in this ruler, the 0 starts a little distance from the end. So I could actually start measuring from here and go straight to the 12 here. So this will be, you want to put the first point a little inside. You don't want to put your first end point at the end of the original line that you draw. Alright, so you want to put the first point, in fact you could just put the point wherever you want. Put the point wherever you want, and then from that point here all along the length of the line you're measuring 12 centimeters here. Alright, that's looking like 12. Here, that's looking 12-ish. Alright, even if it's not perfectly 12, you get the point. Good? Alright, so that there is our line segment. So the line segment has a length of 12 centimeters. Good? So what I will do is I will darken it slightly. Right? I'll darken it slightly just to emphasize that we already start. In this case, we started with a line segment of 12 centimeters. This is a nice 4B. Good? Right. So you have your line. So you want to bisect this line, right? What you're not going to do is measure 6 centimeters on this and say, well, 6 centimeters and look the bisect line. No, 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 no. You have to use the pencil and the compasses as instructed. Good? So how are we going to do that? So let us start with the preparation of the compass. So with the compass, right, you have a pencil. Now I would personally advise you to use a much longer pencil than this. Good. Normally in the geometry sets they give these little short pencils. I guess it had to be small enough to fit in the geometry pan, right? But you need pencils, right? Don't go into an exam with one pencil or even two pencils. You want to have 3 or 4 pencils on hand. All right. Basically, you put the pencil in the compass here and you tighten. Do not tolerate. We don't want to tolerate any movement at all. The pencil must be firm and sturdy in the compass. And when you close the compass, the points of the pencil must be just about touching the point of the compass itself, right? These are the little small details that you need to be aware of. This topic of constructions is not something to take for granted. So we know we can look at a line. We have a very intuitive feel of what half of any length would look like. So we would know that half of the line would be somewhere around here. Good. So what you want to do is, let me say, for the sake of argument, that this point is A and this point here is B. Good. And you want to place the point of your compass here, right? I have to put, this is about a few sheets of paper. Well, I don't want the point damaging the whiteboard. And you open the compass to a point beyond half of AB. You do that and you scribe a little arc here, a nice light arc, right? This is what I was talking about, right? Nice light arc there. And then you come on the point B and you do the same thing. You put the point and you scribe a nice light arc here, right? Now it is not always necessary to show the entire arc. Sometimes all you need to do is just show the little region here where you know the intersection will take place. So you could drop the point here and do that, and then drop the point here and do that, or you could drop the point here and do this, and then drop the point here and do this, right? Right, so you keep the arcs light, right? Because as your constructions become more complex, you're going to have a lot of different arcs all over the place. And you don't want to convolute things so much that they confuse yourself, right? So you darken at the very end. So now in the case here where we're trying to bisect this line, the next thing we do now is join the 2 points of intersection. So you come here and you take this point and you take this point here and you join the points of intersection, and that's your bisector there. Alright? That is your bisector. So here we have bisected the line segment AB, and of course, as you would suspect, this is what we refer to as a perpendicular bisector. And if you're not sure, we could actually take the protractor and measure the angle. Right? Take your protractor, you see how to measure the angle there? You look for the little point on the protractor here and you place it there right where the 2 lines intersect. And you see you get a virtually perfect 90 degrees, right? It must be 89.9 or something, but whatever it is, you get the point. Good? Perpendicular, of course, being 90 degrees. So that is basically all there is to bisecting a line, but it is the first skill. It is absolutely and totally important. This is not something to take for granted. All right, so we're gonna do the next thing we're gonna do is to bisect an angle, right? Moving on from bisecting a straight line, and of course you could do this with a line of any length. So in this case, in this example, the length of the line was 12 centimeters. Doesn't matter what the length of the line is. In fact, you don't even need to know the length of the line, right? They might actually put a line segment on the paper for you and tell you bisect the line or construct a perpendicular bisector. Good? And this is the process you go through.